Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is your man, Uncle Demi, and today I have an extremely special banger for you. The one, the only, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, right? Now, to me, this individual, right? This man is, to me, is the greatest center to ever play basketball, right? And it can be debated, but I think it will come down between Hakeem Olajuwon, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Shaquille O'Neal, right? But to me, I think that when it's all said and done, just pound for pound, just the skill set, what he did, it's just no comparing who Hakeem Olajuwon is. Just no one, and I want to disrespect Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Shaquille O'Neal and time say they're not in his area. But when it comes to skills, just pure skills, there's not a center that's even close to what he can do. There's not a center. Shaquille O'Neal was the most dominant, right? He didn't have the greatest skill set. He was just too strong, too powerful, and too quick. Hakeem Olajuwon, he had the Duffy. He had moves for days in the low post, right? One thing, let's just put it like this. Hakeem Olajuwon is considered one of the 50 greatest players of all time, right? So if you don't know about that, they released the top 50 players of all time. Hakeem Olajuwon is one of the top 50 greatest players of all time, right? Of course, you know he's a two-time NBA champion. He beat my Orlando Magic back in the day in '94, right? With Shaquille O'Neal led team. He's a two times Finals MVP, right? Of course, you know he won an MVP. He's a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, right? He's won nine-time nine-time all-time defensive player. So he won that 9 times, right? He's 12-time All-Star. He's a gold medalist and all that type of deal. Okay, so those attributes sound all good and dandy, but there's a couple that I just want to just point out so just you can truly understand how great he was, all right? First and foremost, the one that stands out the most, he is the only player in NBA history to win this regular season MVP, the Finals MVP, and the Defensive Player of the Year. So he won the triple crown, right? He literally was an MVP in the regular season, he was MVP in the Finals, and he was Defensive Player of the Year. That just lets you know how dominant he was. He's the all-time blocks leader, right? So I think a lot of people might know that, but he's the all-time blocks leader, right? But what I didn't know, and I think is pretty crazy, is that he's the only player in NBA history. When you start saying only player in NBA history, that just lets you know how good he is. But this is probably the best stat to ever have. He's the only player in NBA history to have 200 blocks and 200 steals in a season. 200 blocks and 200 steals in a season. So this man was picking pockets and blocking shots left and right. So of course, you know that leads to he's the only player in NBA history to have 3,000 blocks, 3,000 plus blocks and 2,000 plus steals, right? And he has the most points ever scored in a postseason, right? And he did that in '94, 725, right? So it just lets you know. And then last but not least, obviously you see he's a 98 overall. 2K does not give those out just like, you know, candy store just handing out lollipops, right? 98 overall in a video game is just ridiculously hard to get, right? There's only 2 99s in the game, right? And that's Michael Jordan and LeBron James, right? So Hakeem Olajuwon's a 98. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a 97, right? Shaquille O'Neal's a 96. So even 2K thinks that Hakeem Olajuwon's the greatest center to ever play, right? So with that being said, obviously it is going to be ridiculously hard to emulate this guy in my player builder, right? And if you look, right, at his ratings, they are extremely off the charts. I'm talking about when I looked at it, I said, whoa, this, I don't know how we're going to do this one, Sway, right? Look at this, right? He has his driving dunks is 75. I'm like, how, right? 75 driving dunk for a center, right? His standing dunks are 95. His close shots are 98. His mid-range shots are 89. His three-point shots are 71, right? His post hooks are 98. His post fades are 98. His post moves are 99. Don't you understand these are 3 different categories? Post moves are in playmaking. Post fades are in shooting. Post hooks in slashing. 98? Come on, you know we can't do that, right? Then, of course, where's the last thing? This is when things are just crazy because, all right, interior defense, 99. remember, he's arguably the greatest defensive center. Well, I wouldn't say arguably. He's the greatest defensive center to ever play, right? So, and he's arguably the greatest post player to ever play. So you can understand, you can't make this. He's probably the hardest guy to make. He's harder to make than Michael Jordan, anybody, because his 2 pie charts are off the charts, right? And you can't emulate this, right? And then this is what gets me. How's your steals just a 65? His shot blocking, of course, to 95. But if this guy can get 200 plus steals a season, how does he only have 65? I thought I'd been higher. His offensive rebounds at 95, and his defensive rebounds at 98, right? So, and that's all that we really need to worry about here, all right? So, of course, if we was to go over here, yeah, cross key scorer. I don't even use that badge. I don't think anybody's ever used that badge. I don't even know if it even activates. I equipped it one time to be funny and played all day in the park, and I forgot I even had it equipped because I was like, oh, I never saw it pop up, right? So, drop stepper. I mean, you name it, he got, right? He has shooting, catch and shoot and pick. Remember, he has an 89 mid-range shot, right? A 71 three-point shot, right? He has catch and shoot on gold and pick and popper on gold, right? Of course, he has the dream shake. The dream shake's named after him. He has a move named after him. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has the sky hook. He has the dream shake. It's funny how you have people in here that have moves named after him. So you know that it's going to be Hall of Fame. His post spin is going to be Hall of Fame. That's obvious, right? So then you go to the defense, and then I'm just like, whoa. This is when you like too many badges. Look at this. Look up. First of all, look at these. They're all Hall of Fame. These are Hall of Fame badges. And then you go to gold. Look at all this gold. He's literally cleaned out the closet, and they're all gold in Hall of Fame. There's no way you can do this. There's no way you can do this, right? So there's no way you can emulate this guy, right? There's no way you can emulate him. There's no way you can make a two-way mid-range finisher, right? You can't make that build in this game. Just like with Magic Johnson, you can't make an all-around threat, right? You can't make that. But what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start making builds to what I feel will be the best way to emulate them. We're not going to be able to get a two-way mid-range finisher name. We're not going to be able to get the Hakeem Olajuwon similar to. He's not like it's just you're just not going to get it. But what I'm going to do from here on out, my nephews and nieces, since y'all been asking so much for these builds, I am going to go ahead and start making these builds to best of my ability within the My Player Creator, right? So let's go ahead and head over to the My Player Creator, and let's see if we can try to make this great center, right? Let's get it. All right, so here we go. All right, so of course, you know, Hakeem Olajuwon, he played center. He was right-handed, number 34, of course, right? The pie chart that I went with was the finishing and defensive pie chart. There was a couple ways you could do this, to be honest with you. You could either go with this pie chart here, right? Or you could go with this pie chart here. All right, this is another good one, right? Or you could have gone with this is straight defense. But the problem is your post hooks and fades are really bad, right? I really strongly considered this one, right? But the only problem was just I just felt like the defensive badges was just like, it could be better, right? And I wanted to get more bang for my buck and my finishing for more badges. So it's all about the badges that you get. So you have to put in a lot here in your finishing just to get some decent finishing badges. Whereas here is too much playmaking. And I think like when it comes to the playmaking, it's really just post spin that you really look for here when it comes to a build like this. So I felt like even though I like this one, I was like, nah, I can't do it because I need to get the best bang of my buck for badges when it comes to finishing and defensive and rebounding. So keep that in mind. It's like, even though this one looks better right now when you look at it, just imagine how many attributes you have to put in finishing just to get some decent badges, right? And we don't want to do that, right? Unfortunately, playmaking has post in it. If it was, this should be, I don't know. I don't think post fade, post hook, and post moves should be their own category. I don't know why 2K did that. Obviously, they have a game plan behind it, but it's extremely frustrating when you think about it. Even for like a playmaker can literally has to max out post moves. You're a pure playmaker, you're 6'4", pure playmaker, and you have to have 95 post move. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all to have that, but unfortunately it is like this, so you have to go here. So again, even though I want to go with the pie chart, you have to go here. But even though I would love to go to the pie chart here, you can't, because you have to put in a ton of attributes in finishing just to get, you know, 1 attribute, 2 attributes, 3. So we're going here, right? Just want to explain that real quick, because I know some of y'all gonna be like, well, why wouldn't you use this? Nah, I can't. All right, doesn't make sense. Now, again, for here, it's all about what your preference is. But for me, I look at it like this. Hakeem Olajuwon was extremely gifted. He was extremely quick. He was strong. He could jump. He had everything. He was a very, very athletic center down low. And of course, you know, if you want to be well-rounded, we go here. You still have your 95 strength, so that's good, right? Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to be very, very, understand this, follow me here, guys, all right? So we're going to max out the close shot, right? We're going to go ahead and give him an 89 standing dunk. We're going to max out the post hook. That gives you exactly 15 badges. Then we're going to max out all of this here, right? It's going to give us exactly 7 badges. No matter what I do, it just doesn't change. All right, actually, no, I can drop it here, all right? So, yeah, so then we're going to drop that, to 46. Then here, you want to go 54, and you want to go 77, all right? And then for your interior defense, you want to go 88. Then your pass blocks, you want to go 84. 84. You want to go 85 on your rebounding, your offensive rebounding. And then you want to go 87 on your defensive rebounding. Okay? So just to kind of recap, what you're looking at is 15, 7, 3, and 21. Right? I'm pretty sure you know what the 3 for. The 3's here because you want to get your post. Remember, he can shoot. He had an 89 mid-range shot. So I gave 7 shooting badges because that's going to be able to boost this shot to where people can respect your mid-range shot. You're going to be able to shoot really, really well in the mid-range with this build, right? You have an 80 post hook, okay? You have a 77 post spin, which of course you can get to 81 at 99. You can get this to 79, and you can get this to 84 or 85, right? Post hook. So those are good. Defensively, the only thing I wish I could have done better was to be able to get my lateral quickness and my steals. But if you do that, all this is going to be jeopardized. This right here is actually an extremely rare build that I've made. I've never made anything like this before, attribute-wise, right? But it is literally something that I would literally love to emulate in the game, because this build right here is 100% going to be toxic because of this right here. These 7 shooting badges is going to set you apart from any other paint beasts in this game. Now, you know the paint beasts I made beforehand, I never had anything here. Never had anything here for my paint beasts, right? I've always had at least 3 here, right? And I've always had my defensive rebounds pretty good, and my finishing always had 22. I had 22 finishing here, and then I'll have 22 right here, and then I have 3 to 6 right here, and then that's it. This is different type of paint beast, because this paint beast is going to be able to shoot from the mid-range, and you're going to be able to get quick draw. And I'm going to talk about this, but I'm just going to let it now so you can hear. You'll be able to have quick draw. That's going to make your post hooks, your post fades, your hop steps, your shots are going to be a lot quicker, and it's going to be a lot harder to guard. And that's something that I always want with my paint beast. I'm like, dang, man, like I have no quick draw. It'd be dope if I could get that, right? And just keep that in mind, all right? So what we're going to do next is we're going with define. Hakeem Olajuwon was 100. He was lean, right? You know, he was vegan. He was lean. He wasn't big, bulky. He wasn't skinny. He was just extremely athletic. He's like a guy like, just normal basketball player, athletic-wise. He was slender, but he was defined, right? If anything, you can even go solid or compact. Maybe he was probably more compact, to be honest with you. Compact looks like it was better, all right? He was 7 feet. He was 255, and that's dope because you get 89 interior defense, okay? You want to keep your wingspan the same. And of course, me messing with the attributes, you get post-scoring takeover. And I think post-scoring takeover or rim protector is the greatest. He was, like I said, the greatest post scorer of all time. He was the greatest defensive center of all time. We went over his attributes. He went over his accolades and his awards. There's no one that was even close to what he did on the defensive side, right? But I'm going to go with post-scoring takeover. I think it's pretty dope. They have a great defense and be able to have a post-scoring takeover. If you want to go here, you can. But post-scoring takeover is going to just boost these attributes here, right? The 77 post move, the 75 post fade, and the 80 post hook. It's going to boost that, right? So that's something to keep in mind, right? So we're going to go with the post-scoring takeover. right? You get the paint beast, right? So this is going to be a paint beast, which makes 100% makes sense, because as a paint beasts are known for being able to dominate in the paint and to be able to protect the paint. So you get best of both worlds here. 100% a paint beast, right? And like I said, I haven't seen anybody make a Hakeem Olajuwon like this, but this is the best way to make a Hakeem Olajuwon. I'm telling you, man. You know how Uncle Demi does, man. 99 overall, right? Work with me here. Now, what you want to do here is that you want to get your contact finisher Hall of Fame, okay? You got to get that Hall of Fame, right? This is going to be, again, we're going to worry about Hakeem Olajuwon. We're not worrying about this is 3v3, if this is 2v2, or anything like that. We can talk about it, but I'm just going to let you know. We're going to go here. We're gonna go deep hooks on gold. We're gonna go silver, pro touch on gold because pro touch and deep hooks is really, really good down low. Now, you go back down Punisher, right? You get that on gold, right? Do not worry about drop step, right? And then you want to get your relentless finisher on gold, all right? This is going to be great. If you see me, everybody see me in the LaMonster video. You know, I really am grateful that a lot of y'all consider me one of the best post big man in the game right now. So that's huge. That's humbling, right? And you see what I did with my paint beast, right? Down low, back you down, post hook. It's all day. These two you need to have as a center, right? Contact finisher is great. Relentless finisher is great. Hit legend with this, get 10 more badges. This is OP. This will be extremely OP. Now, running threes, of course, you don't need back down Punisher. You'll need your deep post hooks. You know, you can up your relentless finisher, get your putback balls up, get a little lob city, pick and roller. You can do that. But I'm gonna go with Hakeem Olajuwon right here. And of course, it's your build. Make any way you want. Now here, you want to get your quick draw to gold. Right, quick draw to gold. That's gonna be extremely fast release shot. Right, get your catch and shoot on bronze. Right, get your range extender on bronze. Remember, 2K Lab said that all you need to is bronze range extender if you have a 70 or under shot. So boost that up enough where you have range extender. That comes out. Range extender does not activate in the corner though, right? So keep that in mind. It does not activate in the corner, but you want to get that range extender, you should, right? Catch and shoot. You want to go ahead and get that bronze. You can do pick and popper. You can do corner specialist, right? It just depends how much you're going to do. If you're on the 2v2 court, then I definitely recommend you getting volume shooter. Get that on silver. Hell, I would even go as far as to say get it on gold, because as you know, as you've seen my videos, the more and more you shoot down low as a post score, if you're shooting all the shots, you definitely want to have volume shooter because it boosts your percentages as you go, right? And that's the beautiful thing about this badge. It boosts as it go, right? So I think that would be the best way to go about this. If you think quick draw is too fast, I think I went the longest time with just no quick draw, but doing post hooks and stuff, you definitely want to at least have it here. So you can either go silver with the range extender here, with the catch and shoot. I actually like it like this. This would be really, really good. You want to go right here. Volume shoot is OP if you're shooting a lot of shots. Again, if you're playing threes, right, and you're not going to be doing that a lot, you're just going to be setting screens and that type of deal, right? I definitely say we'll go pick and popper on silver, and then maybe you can up your catch and shoot, or you can go corner specialist bronze. But that's what I think would be best. All right, so keep that in mind. You have 7 badges to work with here. This is what really is going to make this build different. All right. Now here for your playmaking badges, of course you want to go post spin. He had post spin on Hall of Fame. He had Dream Shake on Hall of Fame. But let's be honest, no one uses Dream Shake for what? No one said anything about Dream Shake being good. Again, I put Dream Shake on before. I've tried head faking on people that I play with. There was no difference. I was in the we was in my court and I was doing Dream Shake. There was no difference. People don't even have Dream Shake. They'll do a head fake and you play hands up defense and your guy jumps. You be like, I don't even know what's going on, right? So post spin is what you're going to go with, right? And worst come to worst, if you don't want to do post spin, you can go to quick first step because you're going to be pretty quick. But I think these are the two that you want to work with, all right? Now, of course, here you definitely want to go ahead and get your brick wall Hall of Fame, right? You want to go rim protector Hall of Fame, rebound chaser. Where's rebound chaser? Am I tripping? Guys? Okay. Oh, I hit rebound chaser. Ha! Demi, you're tripping. All right, rebound chaser, rim protector. All right, You want to get your brick wall, all right? You want to get your pogo stick on silver. That's a good one to have. Pogo stick on silver, all right? Here, now the rest of this is all about, you know, what you want, right? What you think is best. I'm going to go with chase down on silver because that's just what I like to go with. I like to get those chase down blocks, all right? You can go with defensive leader Hall of Fame if you want to. You can get your interceptor up if you want to, which I don't even use, right? But for me, I think that going with clamps on gold would be a pretty good one to help you out on hedging, right? And then my other one I'll go with was tireless defender. I would love to get tireless defender Hall of Fame, but I don't. I like tireless defender. It just helps you out a lot. Running around, trying to hedge with those guards, trying to get back on defense, you know, crashing back down to the paint. It can just get ridiculously tiresome to do that. But this is what I will go with. My nephews and nieces, hopefully you understand how unique this build is, how dangerous this build is if you can get it all maxed out. No one is ever going to expect a paint beast to perform like this. So this is what I would consider my Hakeem Olajuwon build. Hopefully y'all really appreciate this video. If you did appreciate this video, please like the video up, right? Of course, if you haven't subbed, go ahead and please sub to the channel. As usual, we're making a massive push to try to hit this goal of at least 13,000 subs by the end of the year. We're really close to hitting that. Momentum-wise, projection-wise, we're close to hitting that. So please go ahead, sub to the channel, like up the video if you haven't. And of course, this is your man, Uncle Demi. And I'll be back really, really soon with another banger. And you know when I say I'll be back really soon with another banger, you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.
If he caught for a low, we gon' give it to him. Take the stop off the top of no transformer. Remember ducking and dodging on every corner. Doing flip with a beat like a mighty morpher. Told myself to get rich and go have